Good morning, the old fisherman. Back with you again, Lake Monticello, the place I love so much. The 19th of February. Got here early this morning, sun just coming up. We are going to try to catch some more of these white perch. Bear with me. I don't know what to expect today. I didn't come yesterday out here, so I don't know it. The weather is definitely not right. Oh, Lord have mercy, I already got one. I love it. Oh, you got off. But the weather is definitely not right. It's warm during the day. Yesterday was almost 70 degrees or in the 60s. Not that cold early in the morning, so I really don't, I'm getting bites, so I really don't know what to expect. So we'll see what happens. It's getting on out to the end of this, and we'll keep trying to catch them. Hopefully they won't quit, but I'm looking for them to slow up really big time. Might be today. But hey, you don't know. Like I always say, there's one, you keep on plugging and hopes that you'll find these perch. I hate to give up on them because they're still biting a little bit. Not like they were at one time. They slowed down, catching a lot of singles. But a little half-pound perch start off this morning. I normally don't get here this early, but I got here and the sun's just coming up. And I tried to get a little earlier start today just to see what would happen early. Try to beat the crowd. And so far, no crowd, so that looks good. Let's see if we can catch a few of these white perch for you. Out here with Loney. Loney's back again like an all. He will not let me fish by myself. I got about 3 or 4 of them just showed up. So, and they waiting, they hungry, because I didn't come yesterday. I don't know if anybody else out here fishing and giving them a fish, but I know they're probably hungry. They're waiting for the old fishermen to come back and give them a treat. Like a little bunch of little puppies. But update. Oh Lord. One of these bites again and miss them. Must be them little ones. Hopefully we can find some big perch today. You know, it's hard to say. Hard to say. I'm usually about an hour after this getting here, so I'm about an hour early this morning. It's hard for me to get out to bed, but I couldn't sleep good, so I went ahead and got out to bed and come on out here to see what I can do. There's one, little one. There's one. He's little. He's little. Let him up slow, see if we get another one, baby. I tell you, with the weather getting so warm, they might be some up suspended. There's nothing took it coming up. Nothing took it coming way up off the bottom. That might be the key today. I might have to hold it up off the bottom and see if I can get 1 or 2 at a time. See that? And I got a big one. Now that's what we're looking for right there. That's what we're looking for here at Lake Monticello today, is the nice white perch. Oh, he done fell out the boat here this morning. But that's a nice white perch right there. Caught him on a natural gut shrimp, and this ain't too bad. Look at that. Huh? Them some nice ones. Nothing wrong with them perch. I'll take them all day long. Uh-oh, I see eggs coming out of that one. See the eggs coming out of him? They bedding. I knew it. They bedding this one too. Look at the eggs coming out of him. I don't know if you can see them or not. Let's get around here. The eggs are coming out of them, so they down there bedding. No question in my mind. I knew it. I knew it. I've been calling it right. When they ain't been half biting, them big ones laying down in bed, and they ain't gonna bite now. These two here bit. But boy, that's a nice perch right there. That's a nice Monticello perch. Look at that. £1.25 at least. £1.25 at least. Boy, you got to love it. Lake Monticello. Wonderful, wonderful lake. See if I can turn this boat back around. I was drifting all over the place while I was doing that. So now I got myself in a good old knot with my lines. Showing these fish, sometimes I mess myself up, but hey, we'll get through it. You got to have patience. Work through all these knots and stuff. And that's what we got right here is a knot. Big old knot. Big old knot. Yes, sir. you know, when you get old, you're about half blind, you can't see how to undo these knots like you could when you was young. Amazing how that works. And it's hard to get these knots undone when you're old and blind. But we're gonna get it. We getting it. Now we're gonna drop right back out there and see if we can catch some more of them nice white perch like that. Boy, that's a good start right there. I don't care what you say. Catch two nice ones like that, that's a good start. So there's some out there. See if we can catch them. Lake Monticello on a beautiful morning, boy. Not too windy, sun coming up. Just a wonderful day to be out here and enjoying God's creation. And catching these wonderful white perch. I tell you, I see them on the bottom. I think they're there. I think they're waking up. Waking up. And we're gonna catch them. We're gonna feed them breakfast. We're gonna feed them a gut shrimp. Oh Lord, he hit it hard, people. He hit it hard. Wish you could have felt that. About knocked it out of my hand. About knocked it out of my hand and I missed it. I'll never understand how they can hit it so hard and then you miss it. I'll never in a million years. They bumped it. They there. I'm telling you, they there. We just got to keep them biting. We just got to keep them biting, keep them interested, troll these jigs around here, sling them in a circle and see what happens. I believe in my heart there's a couple perch going to bite today. You never know until you do it. So, oh, there he is. There he is. There he is. Oh, my. There he is. He's a little one, though. He's not a big one. He's not a big one. We're going to get him on up because that bird done swim down for him. He's about half pound. He's eatable on a natural gut shrimp. He's eatable. All right. Put it back down. Catch another. We got a gut shrimp on the bottom and a Mr. Crappie on the top again. I tell you, they've been biting that little pink and short juice Mr. Crappie. I'm gonna continue putting it on there. I got a dozen colors I hadn't even tried, but I got to stop to do that. So right now, as long as they keep biting it, we're not going to try anything different. All right, we're dropping it down at the bottom. Loney's getting anxious. He's wanting to fish, and I ain't giving him none yet, so he ain't gonna like that. He's not gonna like that. Oh, oh, I knocked it out of my hand. Come on, little perch. Monticello white perch are biting, and I just can't stick a hook in them. I'll tell you right now, they bite. We just get them stay here. That's the problem when it starts getting warm. They won't stay here. They keep moving. Cold weather, boy, you can keep them under you and you can hammer them. But when it gets warm, you just can't. They just don't stay like they do when it's cold. And they suspend. I see a lot of fish suspended this morning today. You know, oh, I'm missing again. Woo! Killing me here this morning. The hen is not taking. All right, there he is. There he is. There he is. There he is. He ain't not a big one. Uh-oh, I think he got off. I don't know if he did or not. He's not a big one. He's a little bitty fish. Well, he's not that bad. He's not a loony side. He's one that notch above loony. We're going to throw him in the bucket. Drop it back down. We fishing the same old hump. 49 foot right this second. Water's mid-range this morning. It's not high. It's not low. It's low enough. I just hope they don't drop it no more today because that's when it affects me. When they really go to dropping that thing after it's already low when you get here. I'd rather see it any day high when I get here, but hey, as long as they bite, I don't care what level the water is. I don't care what level the water is, as long as they bite. Oh, gracious. Gonna be a lot of jerking and missing today, it looks like. You have them days, jerking and missing. But them two perch I caught there, them nice ones, they were definitely oozing eggs. No question, they bed. They're laying eggs out there on this hump. Around anywhere from 46 to 50 something foot of water. It took me years to understand they lay eggs that deep, but they do. I'm convinced of that. Unless I'm totally wrong, they laying out there. Whoa, Lord, we got us a monster catfish. Oh, Woo! I got one I can't even pull. It's a catfish, and he creamed it. Oh my goodness. That's gonna knock us out about 5-10 minutes. I can tell you that right now. That's a big one. That sucker got that. I don't know if you can see that rod, but that sucker got that rod bent double. He got him bent double. That is a pull, son. Big mama catfish right there. Guarantee you on that. I don't think he's no 40 or 50 pound range, but he's probably over 8 or 10 pound range. I'm guessing now. I'm guessing. He's coming up a little bit now, so he might not be as big as I think he is. But he creamed it. Woo, boy. He creamed it. No, he's probably not. I got to get the big net for this one. I can tell you that right now. I got to get the catfish net for this one. He creamed it. Oh, Lord. Come in here, kitty. Oh, I got him in the, listen, I got the catfish hooked there, he ain't that big. Got him hooked in the back, in the tail, and then I got a big old perch on it too at the same time. Now, that ain't something. Look at that. I thought he was huge because I had him hooked in the tail. See that? He's hooked in the tail. Blue catfish hooked in the tail. And a Monticello white perch. Look at that. I tell you what, you don't never know. I don't know how he hit that thing in the tail like that, because it felt like he just creamed it. That's a nice perch with him too at the same time. Oh boy. Oh boy. Now I hooked myself in the shirt. Boy, that catfish done caused me all kind of problems here. But you got to love catching these fish in Monticello. You just don't know what's next. That's what I love about this place. You know, you go to Lake Murray or something, you're going to catch a striper or a perch. That's about it, a largemouth. But here, you might catch you a monster catfish. That wasn't near the size I thought he was. When I first set the hook in him, he was pulling, hooked in the tail, he's pulling the other way. I thought I had a danger. I caught him 50 pound in here and a bunch in the 30 range. So, it's been over 100 pound catfish, I think, been caught out of this lake. I've heard stories of some. I didn't see them, so that's why I say I think. Or if I was to hook on a 100 pound catfish, I believe it would take all my memory up my phone before we got him in, don't you? Anyhow, oh, there he is. Oh, this is going to be a good day, people. This is going to be a good day. I got a feeling. Oh, Lord, I got a feeling that we're going to cream them today. Oh, Lord. Monticello on a biting day so far, I can tell you that. Oh, my. Look at that. Two at a time. Two at a time. White perch. One probably half pound, one about 3/4. Hey, but we loving it. We are excited this morning. The old fisherman is wired this morning. When I start catching fish, it's just a naturally, I get wired. I can't help it. I love it so much. I can't help it. I get fired up. I get fired up and get in my momentum swing. Get my confidence going. And we out here to catch these fish today, buddy. This might be the best day I had in a while. It's been slow. And there he goes. Daggone moon, half between full moon and new moon. Ain't even got the new moon. So see, my theory about the moon might not be true either. So anytime anybody tells you what they think, and I'm, especially me, it's just what I believe at the moment. And right now, I don't know why, but in between these moons, I'm getting bites. And it's usually a slow time. Water in it is not really high. So a lot of this stuff I tell you contradicts itself ever so often. But that's okay as long as they bite. When they ain't biting is when I start thinking. Now they might quit, they hit real quick like this sometimes and then boom, gone. And that might be what happens today, but we done got a little deeper. I got to focus where I was at. All right, I need to go that way. I done got too far this way off the end of this thing. These fish are right up here close to the top of this hump today. There he is. There he is. There he is. These fish are right here at the hump today, right on top. And this is one of them days I believe we can leave it down there and let it swim around and collect a couple more. I believe it. And pull it up slow. Some of these bigger fish might be suspended up here. when I come in, I almost turned it on, showed you fish finding, but when I come in, it seemed like it was an awful lot of shad right out here from us. But guess what? Instead of the shad being deep, they were like 30 foot deep. A lot of times when you come into a hole, you see a pile of shad, whatever depth them shad are, is the depth you need to be fishing in right next to it, to where they at. So if they're at 30, 35 foot, that means they're shallower today. That means they're suspended. So you might want to move into the top part of this ridge on a day like this. And because they in there setting up, out there pushing the fish in, the shad in to feed. Hopefully that's what they're doing. That's what I think they're doing. And so today, they might be just, oh Lord, they might be just droves of them pushing them shad in at 30 foot, where the water's out there 70, 80 foot, the shad was at 30. So that tells me it's possibly going to be a shallower bite today. If the ridge, whatever the top of the ridge is, that's probably where they're going to be today. They're just roaming around here, and top of that ridge would be the closest point to get a hold of these fish when they suspend it like that. It's hard for me to catch them suspended. I don't know what it is. I got to have some bottom there close to it. Now, a lot of times when you hook them, now there's a loony fish. They'll be happy to get that. They're ready for one. But there he goes with it. Got him. Gone. Fight for it. Hey, they fight. Oh, loony. Boy, I tell you what, it is one beautiful morning. It's not real cold. It's probably 50 degrees. I put my old jacket on because I'm cold natured. I don't have my stocking hat on. I had it on when I rode over here, but I'm cold natured. But anyhow, these white perch seem to be in a speed mood right now. But that don't mean nothing. They can quit. But I've caught a good many already. I'll take that speed all day long. If we can get bites that quick, I'll be happy. But I'm gonna make short clips. My wife gets mad at me. We're gonna catch a few and then we're gonna turn it off and we're gonna start another one. I can get several videos instead of having a long video. But now I'm still in 54. I got to look now at my points where I mark my angles, see where I really need to go. And the wind's kind of pushing me out, so I need to get back over here, back out here. I got on the inside edge of this thing. I went over the point of that hump and got on the inside edge. I think the fish is probably laying more to the top of it this morning. We're gonna get back over here and troll back this way. Turn the boat around right there. We're probably gonna be into the sun and it's really bright, so I know it's gonna be bright in the camera. But I got to pull back this way. I pulled too far that way. So we're gonna troll it across this ridge here. And like I say, I don't like to troll straight, but to get back up to where I need to be, I'm gonna have to pull it straight. I don't think that's the key, that straight trolling. You can catch them like that, but I still think the curve is the better once you pinpoint them, the circle. But all right, we're coming back up here. We're starting to come up a little bit. I see a couple little perch down there swimming around. There, little blue hooks on the fish finder. You got a yellow bottom with blue hooks sitting on top of it, and that's the perch. There he is. That's the perch. And there he is. That's a nice fish right there. That's a nice one. I don't know what kind he is, but that's a nice one. Seems to be anyhow. I could have him snagged. Never know. Could be a snag fish, very possible. Snag fish. But he's a pretty nice one, whatever he is. If he's not snagged. I think he's snagged. Yeah, he's snagged. Snagged up under the chin. That's why he pulls so, but still a nice perch. Ain't nothing wrong with him. He hit that jig and the boom That's what happened. A lot of times you can't tell. Boy, I see hooks all up under there. So them some big hooks right there. Them's either catfish or largemouth that come out here mixed up with these perch. And a lot of times you get one type of fish feeding, the other fish come in and feed with them. And hopefully that's what's happening down there. And we're gonna try to hopefully catch one of these bigger fish. But they down there. There's some fish on this hump today. This old place keeps producing. I don't know how it keeps producing, but it's one good place. I can tell you that. A lot of times I'll leave here and go try to find them somewhere else in the evening, and I don't find them, a lot of them. This place is the place for me. But we're gonna catch one more and I'm gonna turn you off and start another little show. Get another clip. They starting to bite, it seems like today. And I see fish, so it's a matter of getting down there and dropping it down and pulling around here and catch them. That's what we want to do, catch them. And this might be a day we can catch it fast, a day up suspended like that. See there, I was pulling it fast and one hit it. So this might be the day to not be on the bottom, to kind of be a little bit up. A lot of times the bigger fish are up, unless the big ones are laying down there for bed. But even with the bed ones, if they skylight it and they see it coming above them, they're ready to bite, they'll run up there and get it and go back to the bed. Get bites, not taking it. Not taking it. All right, White Perch, don't quit on me yet. I'm having too much fun for y'all to quit. Monticello, beautiful morning. Ooh, oh, he hit it hard too. He hit it hard. See, I got to let that line out. I got to go on too fast now. I've got to get it back down to the strike zone. And now we're going to whip this line. We're going to whip this line in a circle. Speed up the trolling motor at this point. Got it at a 45. We're going to speed the trolling motor up, see if we can whip this line around here and catch up perch. And see what happens. They there. I don't know, my jig might have got, sometimes they'll hit that daggone Mr. Crappie and knock that tail kind of behind the hook, and they won't hit neither one of them if that's the case. You got to watch that, and I think that's probably what's done happened here. He done hit Mr. Crappie and got it all tangled up, and they don't want to hit. They bumping it, but they ain't taking it. They're not taking it. Hey, good gracious sakes alive. Come on, White Perch. It seems like you catch a few and they start bumping. They don't take it. I don't know if they just get used to what you're fishing with, or they just know something's up. I've hammered them so much around here. I think they know that something's wrong. They see their buddies coming up to the top, not coming back. I got to pull it up. Something wrong with this jig. Getting bumped and not taking it. I got to check it out, make sure. Might not be, might just be slowing down. Ain't nothing wrong with the jig. That is a good sign. They're out there and they're not really taking it now. I caught a few and then they quit. So it's probably going to be a struggle like it's been for the last week. Last good day I had, really good day, was Sunday a week ago. I mean, I wore them out that day, but it's been slow ever since. The weather, it's like I said in my prior videos, the weather needs to stay cold. I mean real cold, not get 70s during the day. That 70s during the day is not a good thing. It's going to push them into spawning and they're not going to bite as good. So it's a struggle when the weather's warmer. All right, maybe I can beat on the boat a little bit, call one in, get them fired up. There's something around here. 49 foot of water right now. We'll be catching a fish, Dave. Oh, that was a bite. See if that'll stir him up here. There he is. There he is. Stirred him up. A little up, got him. I think he got off. No, don't. Tell you what. I think he got the wind starting to get up, believe it or not. I thought the weatherman said it was like 3 mile-an-hour winds, but I learned long ago you can't depend on the weatherman being right. Every time I go to depend on the weatherman, that's a joke. When it comes to wind, he's pretty good with rain and clouds and stuff like that. When it comes to wind, I don't know. He just seems to miss it a lot to me. What he says is always wrong. 3 mile-an-hour winds will be 10 miles. 8 mile-an-hour will be 20 mile-an-hour winds out here on this lake. I guess he's calling it the wind speed around the buildings where he's at. It's out here on the open water, it's rough. Well, anyhow, looks like we caught a few and they slowed up. We're going to have to get back on them again, get them stirred up again. That's the way it works. Like they come in and do a little feed and they move on. They're moving on. They're not hanging with me. Or they just quitting. One of the two. But that was a good little start anyhow. Now back down to struggling. And that's the way fishing is. That's the way fishing is. Especially after they start spawning. That's one. Little big one. Little. Real little. Might be a lonely bird fish. Lonely bird fish right here. He knows it too. He's coming up trying to get it off my hook. Lonely bird fish right there. What that is. Hi. Drop it back down. Try to catch another one of these elusive white perch. Lake Monticello. February 19th. Sitting out here in a beautiful sunrise. Beautiful sunrise. That's what we got. It's a little chilly right now. That wind blowing. There's one. That's a nice fish. Yeah, a bigger fish. A little bit bigger. That's a little bit bigger fish. Come in here, boy. Two. One nice one and one little one. One nice one and one little one. What that is. One nice one and a lonely bird fish. Lonely bird fish. Alright, Lonely, there you go. Get it. Where you going? I got like 5 of them around me already. I've probably seen 5 or 6 that shows up every time I come here. Every time I come here. That's 49 foot and looks like a pile of fish down there to me. I think there's a lot more fish down there than I'm bringing up. I think they just spawning and they lay it down there and ever so often want to hit. They're not just hammering it. They're getting in that zone of the bedding area and they just getting in that bedding mode. Not a feeding mode. And that's what's happening. But I see a lot of little blue dots. That probably means they're smaller fish, but you know, all you can do is assume. I don't have a camera down there on the bottom to actually see what's down there. If I did, it'd probably blow your mind. It'd probably blow your mind, all the fish that's down there swimming around. And ever so often one runs up there and gets this jig. The rest of them watching. Hey, hit it. Hit it. I see a lot of little blue stripes down there now. A lot of perch down there. But they scattered. When they blue like that, they scattered. They're not grouped up in a tight school. And they scattered. And probably small. There's one. There's one. There's a Monticello perch. He's not that big, but he's a pretty good one. He's a lonely fish. He's a lonely bird, brother. Fish. Right, here he goes. Get him, Lonely. Catch one more and I'm gonna let y'all go because it's probably got 25 minutes now. We'll start another clip after a while. There he goes with it. Lonely. Alright. Go to ease that rod up. One's gonna bump it, but they just barely touch it. There you go. There you go. Gracious, they hit. They just, man, they must be little fish. Little fish. Every time I drop it down there, got to be little. I might have to go with my little half shrimp again. You know, the other day I did that half shrimp produced. And that might be what I have to do. They hit, and that was a heavy fish when I stuck him right there. They just ain't hitting right, is what it is. Need to go something smaller. kind of afraid. Need to go with something small. They not taking their ears. Whoa, whoa. That's something pretty. I don't know what that is. I thought it was something big, and I don't feel it big. Unless it was two and I lost a big one. I think it might have been two and I lost a big one. That's what it was. It was one fish and I lost it. And then the spoon got wrapped up is what happened. And made it feel like it was pulling hard. The spoon got wrapped up on that and made it feel like it was a lot bigger fish. Now that was a big bite. I don't know what he was. I believe that was a catfish bite. Another one of them catfish bites. When them perch go to spawning and laying their eggs down there, if they laying their eggs, them catfish will come in and feed on them perch eggs. There's no question about that. Them catfish are feeders like that too. They'll eat other fish's eggs. And if they spawning down there and this eggs being produced, laid, there will be catfish around there. There's no question about that. That spoon got wrapped up again and won't go down. I got to pull it up and get it unwrapped. Yep, that's what happened. All right, now we're ready to go. Woo-wee! The fish down there, my goodness. That is a drove up just come in here. I mean, a drove. They come across there and go. If you don't have that plug down there when they do that, they go right by you. They go right by you. Let's see if we can get them stay here a little bit better. Be on the boat a little bit, bring them back. Kind of like a dove flying through a dove field is what I think is happening. You got droves of fish coming through here, feeding, coming through here, just droves. Alright, turn this boat and head back the other way. That drove, it was a pile of fish. They were all grouped together, swimming along real fast. And they come right under the boat and we're right out the other side. And it wasn't shad because you could see the individual hooks all around, unless it was a group of shad they were following. That could have been it. They were running a group of shad. But it was definitely a good drove of fish. And it looked like bigger fish. Might have been a drove of catfish, bass. Could have been a drove of nice perch. But when they come right directly on my boat, my line was in. My line would have been out at that time. I'd have probably caught a couple of them. Tell you what, that wind's chilly. Chilly this morning. Wind blowing. Hey, yeah. Monticello, White Perch. Coming in the boat. He ain't that big. He's a medium size, but he's a white perch. I'm gonna turn the film off right here and start another clip. But it's nice being with y'all. Caught a few for you, and we're gonna turn you off and start another clip. I got 33 minutes here. That's too long. Thank you. Be back with you.